necessarily been the aspect of me being with someone or like the beginning of the relationship that gets me all awkward and stuff. Like I've had to realize like I've just been bullied a lot and I've been put in this like really socially awkward position in relationships where it's like, does this person actually like me though, or are these people just like making a joke out of it? And then also thinking of like the many times that I've been broken up with and how they have broken up with me and just being like, do I want to go through that again? Like, is this like gonna be like that, or like, I don't know. So I know for me, I've definitely been put in really awkward positions. So when somebody tells me that they like me, like it might be reciprocated, but yeah, it's just always that like awkward, I don't know how to interact with you now because I don't know actually how this is going down.
and it's funny, right? I mean, like, because it's, I don't want to fucking sound like a jackass or anything, but like a lot of the women that I've dated in my adult life, some of them, like, I really didn't have any feelings for at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like right now with me dating in general, I've kind of nullified that whole aspect of my life at this point.
Yeah.
Where I've told my friends, I've told family, like I won't date at all because I'm not understood the way I want to be understood.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody understands, especially with the last person I was dating, who really kind of shitty was like being shitty about it. Yeah. So I will say this, I'll say it publicly because fuck her. I dated this woman that's from Colombia, who I would travel to Del Mar, who maybe a lot of people won't notice, but won't know how
Del Mar's far.
how far Del Mar is, and
especially hit traffic.
Yeah, and Del Mar is like, I want to say 45 to an hour, depending on how much time you have or how much traffic there is. Yep. And so she used to live in Del Mar, or she does live in Del Mar, and I would hang out with her and everything. And just the fact that I was like, hey, I was shooting with you, and I was shooting with another model prior to shooting with you. And you know, what I tell people all the time is like, my photography comes first before anything.
Because that's your job. That's what you do. Like, it's, yeah.
And so for her to be like, so you're gonna have to pay to see this pussy, it was kind of like a fuck you to me. And especially because like it was like, oh well, like I've already seen it, so why am I gonna pay for it? It's the same thing of like when guys are like, when I've shot and they're like, oh, like, do you subscribe to their OnlyFans, blah blah blah. I'm like, the only reason I would, or the only reason I have is because I want to see what kind of content they have, like what's going on, like what we could work on, what I could see. Or I ask them like, hey, let me, you know, show me your page so I could just like see, oh, this works for you, this doesn't, this, you know, kind of be like I want to say an OnlyFans consultant at this point, but also be like, hey, like, you know, like I don't want you to pay for something that is like gonna be shitty and it's not gonna look good, and also it's gonna be my name behind it.
Yeah, so it's gotta look good.
So, you know, like I want to have, I want to be partial. I want to be good and impartial with my customers or my clients.
Yeah.
And so when guys ask me that, and even women like ask me, I'm like, why? I have the raw pictures. I have every raw picture I've ever taken in my account. Like, why would I ever do like subscribe to that? I could literally probably do an edit and just like fucking see it, like you know. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is like, I'm not like, it's and like, you know, especially with you and like a couple, like almost 3 or 4 models, like I've actually done pro bono where like I don't charge for my time, and where we've shot like maybe like 4 hours straight.
Yep.
And you know, like I remember, and that's the thing. Like, if I could help you, I would, because you're close friends, you know. And so, for other women that have money, that have really good money, I'm like, all right, this is like, this is what I do. This is how much it's gonna be. This is how much we're gonna shoot, and blah blah.
Yeah.
But like for us, like at least for us, it was not like.
Yeah. I am going back on the girl that said that to you. It's so funny to like bring kind of like full circle, but bringing like when you're doing OnlyFans into a relationship and just how like the significant other reacts to it and like their view of it. And I can like, I know on my side what I have to go through with guys that like I'm in the dating area with, but I can't even imagine like as you as a photographer like what you have to go through with like other girls, because I know unfortunately like with girls there's so many insecurities that can play a huge part into it. And it's like it just sucks to see the like shitty side that comes out of it.
No, the assumptions that people make, like, oh, are you fucking this girl? Like, are you like, how good for you? You get to see all these women naked. I'm like, good for me? Yeah, motherfucker, I can't, like, I'm not turned on by vagina anymore. I'm not even turned on by anybody, dude. Like, I'm not. Like, it's not, like, like, what are you talking about, good for me? Like, I just got fucked. Like, I'm just desensitized to everything, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't see. It's like, I don't see you sexually. Like, I don't see anybody that do professionally. I don't see it sexually because of the courtesy that we have to go through, especially because like there's super shitty photographers out there that are just gonna be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, babe, we should do this, we should do that. I
recently, well, when we started doing professional photos, I definitely had a bunch of photographers hit me up and they're like, oh, we should do photos together. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't fucking know you at all. Like, I'll pass. And they're like, well, I could get better photos of you. And I'm like, yeah, go away. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to, like, and that's the thing again about working. Remember, I was telling you, it's like, I don't just work with anybody. Like, I also don't fucking just work for anybody. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're paying me $1,000, like, I'm not gonna work for you if I don't feel good working with you.
Yeah, there was a photographer that I knew a while back, and I, for the most part, have had like decent interactions with photographers, but this one definitely like it just marked me like differently. We were like doing a photo set one time, and there was just like this specific photo that he wanted to get, and it was of my butt tattoo. And I mean, everybody that's a photographer like wants a photo of my butt tattoo. It just is what it is.
The trademark.
Yeah. It's like, for the most part, I don't care. Like, obviously I have the butt tattoo for a reason, so fuck it. Like, take a picture if you want. And so I was trying to get into a position for it, and we were in the water, and like, there's just a difference between being with a photographer who is a lot more professional and careful about what he's doing and very communicative, like what you do, versus just someone who's just doing it out of like self-enjoyment. And he like didn't even say anything to me, but like grabbed my ankles to like hold me still and put it on his legs, and when he did that, misplaced one of my feet onto his dick. And it was just the most uncomfortable thing ever. And like, we were in the middle of the water, and I was just like, I literally can't do anything. Like, this literally is my situation, and this is what it is. And so like, he finally took the photo, and I just like got off and was just swimming. And like, it just sucks because it's like in those positions when it's like a photography situation, like you, like as a woman, you can't do anything. Like, yeah, I could probably like scream my head off, and then people are gonna come over and be like, oh, what happened? And then I'm gonna tell them, and then he's gonna be like, oh, I didn't do that, what are you talking about? And then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, whatever. So it's like, it's shitty to be in situations like that where it's like you can't do anything, and it sucks that there are so many photographers out there that just look to take advantage of like situations like that. And that wasn't even like a photo shoot that we do. Like, that was like a normal random ass photo shoot that we were doing with a dude that was like a friend of mine. And now I'm just like, I don't really ever want to hang out with you again because that was really awkward.
But that's And that's the thing about also taking up this I want to say this journey with OnlyFans, and the fact that I always say OnlyFans kind of saved my career because I was falling out of love with photography, and I was really I want to say almost like once don't know the right word to say it in English, but I was just very uninspired by anything that I was doing. I did shoot on another woman before we started doing our stuff, and I was just like, you know what, this, I don't know. I was like, did I make a mistake by and not by her, but did I make a mistake of like me continuing in this journey? Like, should I continue in this journey? That's the thing I was saying to myself. Should I continue journeying in photography? And where I was contemplating, like, I don't know if I want to be here anymore. And just like actually kind of doing this with you, it kind of really re-energized myself into me becoming kind of like not being afraid of what other people say or do, and like really just kind of focus on what I like to do, and what I'm branching myself into, and it's becoming more in an artistic form than it's more like like almost like, I don't want to say like I don't get paid to like shoot all this stuff, and like I'm kind of well off enough to like shoot for a hobby. So for me, it kind of sucks, you know, when I see or hear other photographers do the shitty stuff that they do, and especially like it's stupid because then now women, and it's funny because I have encountered this all the time. Now women feel insecure about taking pictures with a male photographer. Which in turn, I'm not gonna, like, you know, we've seen, I mean, we've done some stuff together where it's just like, you know, it's like bedroom stuff. Like you wouldn't do this with, at least not with another photographer. No. But like, you know, we've done some stuff where we're like kind of like more where it's like bedroom, almost like an intimate thing, and that's the whole thing. And that's the thing that a lot of women have been like, when I posted pictures of you where it's just like women are just like, oh, like that's beautiful, like that's crazy, that's good, like blah blah, like I like this, like, and even men have been like, dude, like if you ever need like a model, let me know. And the jokingly like, oh hey, like if you need the help during those photo shoots, blah blah blah. Definitely got my fair share of, do you need an assistant while you're doing this? So I mean, it's a good and a bad, and it's also like I love like the fact that like how much of a friendship we both have built with each other. Definitely. Where we are, I want to say more than comfortable with each other. Yeah, definitely. Just don't fart. We're not that comfortable. We're not the farting comfortable kind, right? Not yet. Make sure to hold it in. Not yet. Don't be like me shooting your butt and like, let, like, oh, it's a squirter. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I definitely am like happy that, like, I'm happy that it's benefiting both of us. Like, it's cool to know that like I'm getting something out of this as well as you are, so it's dope to see like the journey that it's taking for both of us, and I'm definitely happy that like I don't know, the best way that I can say this is I'm just happy that like I can feel comfortable with you, because like for a lot of women it sucks, because I know for a lot of girls it's either them recording themselves or their significant other recording them, and it's just hard to hear that like we as women can't, and even men, like I know there are men that do OnlyFans, like they don't feel comfortable with another male doing it, because it's like you don't know what that man's intentions are when they're doing it, and you don't know what they're going to do during or after, or like
all this stuff, and